I'd like to start this video off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Should you choose to invest in Bitcoin or any other asset, do your own research or seek the advice of an actual financial advisor. Now, I'm sure you've all noticed this, but Bitcoin has been dumping over the past 24, 48 hours, and a lot of people are blaming the Plus token scam for this. I think there was like 13,000 Bitcoin that was transferred into a coin mixer or something like that, and I'm guessing they're preparing to dump on the market. I don't know the full story behind that, but there's other YouTubers bringing it up. Anyways, I gotta touch on a subject that I brought up a while back, and that's futures gaps. Speaking of which, there's gonna be quite a gap that this leaves behind in this area, but the 7,700 gap, I've said many times before that it does not need to be filled, but I do have to bring up the fact that there is a weird coincidence with this, and that is that the fact that the legacy trend line happens to line up with where the futures that futures gap is. The legacy trend line underneath of us is around $7,700. So yeah, I mean, as much as I don't really rely on futures gaps, there are a lot of other people that do rely on them, so there is now the potential for it to get hit. So I could see the potential for Bitcoin, I've said potential, I don't know how many times in this video already, but there could be a wick down to the $7,700 area to fill that gap. And then we could move on. The altcoins have been taking quite a hit so far too. I think Ethereum's down to like $201 as of the time of recording this video. Most altcoins are down in the red today. But despite that, long term, Bitcoin is still right on track. There's no need to worry about Bitcoin going to zero and all that shit. So short term, this is pretty bearish. But we're gonna go out to the weekly here because I gotta show you guys something. Weekly trading view, cooperate. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of the drawings here. All right. Even if Bitcoin hits the $7,700 area, that still will set up the inverse head and shoulders. That still has a price target of roughly $14,000. So as far as this goes, this is still on track too, despite the fact that we are now below the pretty far below the 200 daily moving average. We're still on track. There's nothing to worry about there. If anything, for the dollar cost averagers out there, this is definitely a good buying opportunity. If you want to wait for it to drop down a little bit further, that's up to you. But personally, I have been buying in since this drop because we all have a pretty good idea of where Bitcoin is going in the future, and that is up pretty damn far. So, with that being said, I'm going to move on to the next thing that I got to bring up here. For those of you who are trading on the regular stock market, you need to keep an eye on this because the Dow Jones futures, for example, has dropped 1,000 points. Dow Jones futures is at 24,745 points. This Monday's session is going to probably take some serious damage. It's not just the Dow, the Nasdaq, the S&P. It's all going downhill. So you guys need to be aware of whatever strategy you have in place to protect yourself from a drop like this, or even further decline, because we all know that if Dow Jones is going to be dropping this much on Monday, it's probably going to see some further downside. Actually, I'm going to go back to the trading view charts just to give you an idea of some of the potential targets that I would see getting hit in this drop. Okay, so last week we had this nice red candle that brought us all the way down to the support around 24,600 points, and that's where it hit this a while back. Anyways, If we break the support, currently where we're sitting at with the futures, we're actually right on the support. We're just above it, I believe. If we break this, the next potential targets would be roughly at 24,000 even, or in the 23,000 area. There is support. We have two moving averages down there. We have the 200th exponential and the 200th weekly, and then we just have this support from a drop from a while back. We break this area, we could end up going down to 21,000. But another thing is, if we break these moving averages, it's not looking good. We could see some significant downside. Everybody is worried. There's a lot of fear in the market because of the virus that's still spreading, the recession fears and all that. So all I have to say is just whatever strategies you have in place to protect yourself from something like this, you better have them ready just in case. I mean, there's always a chance that we can end up bouncing, but there's just so much fear in the markets. Just be prepared, be careful, and don't let emotions control your judgment or cloud your judgment. Stick to whatever strategies you have, and you should be fine. Just be careful out there. Yeah, moving on. Okay, one more thing before I go. Those of you that are afraid of Bitcoin's price dropping, you just got to zoom out. I've said this before. I've even named one of my episodes after this. If in doubt, zoom out. I think that's what I called it. Anyways, look at Bitcoin's yearly chart. It's basically one big uptrend. Every year has seen higher lows except for 1 year, and I believe that was 2015. Besides that, every other year has seen higher lows. That's a pretty damn bullish chart. So you gotta stop worrying about the short-term price movements. I mean, except for the day traders. Yeah, that might affect you. The swing traders as well. But if you're dollar cost averaging and you're holding for the long term, there is absolutely nothing to worry about here. If anything, like I said, this is just another buying opportunity. Just buy the dips and just hold, put it away. Stop staring at the charts, because you're going to drive yourself insane if you do so. The halving is only 2 months away now. I almost forgot what month it was. Holy shit. It's March. So yes, the halving is only 2 months away. It could actually be a little bit sooner because of the skyrocketing hash rate. So if you're dollar cost averaging, you're going to be fine. If you're day trading, swing trading, I'm sure you have plenty of strategies that you can work with. I mean, you can make money going both ways. You can short the market if it's going down, long if it's going up, or whatever. But so far, long term, Bitcoin is still bullish. And with that, that is all I have for you guys today. I will see you all next time.